What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Game On Improve Your Health podcast. Today's episode journey is being guided by none other than your host, Austin J, or hallucinodream, if you know him from the gaming community. And today's episode topic is a follow-up and question and answer to last week's episode, which was on carbohydrates, episode 2 of the nutrition series. Thank you for tuning in and listening, and enjoy this episode. Blah, 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 blah. What's up, everybody? Austin J, or hallucinodream here. Introduction never gets old. That's what I meant to say. If you can hear my fans, I apologize. I'm standing. I don't have my standing desk yet. I'm waiting for the standing desk. The house is coming along nicely, but I had to use my dresser to make my little mount here. I tried recording this in the kitchen, and the kitchen is close to my daughter's room, which is, well, it was like waking her up. So she's taking a nap right now, of course. So it was like waking her up, just my voice, I guess. So I had to move. Now she's wiggling. So we'll see how long this lasts. Before I get into the episode, go over some carbohydrates, which I did last week. Before I do that, go ahead and listen to last week. If you haven't, I go over carbohydrates and the importances of it, what carbohydrates do, and how they're not your enemy. And I'm going to add to that. And then, of course, today I will be going over, adding a couple things, and then going over any questions that may have come in. Before I get into that, I've spoke before about blood panels, the importance of blood panels. I'm not getting into full details. You can check back some of the episodes, I go over them, or you can go onto my personal YouTube. All my links are in the description, and you can see videos. If they aren't posted as of right now, they will be within 7 days of this video, I promise. Videos of the inside tracker. That's a company that I get the blood panels from. You will be able to see the dashboard, all of my results, what recommendations I'm getting, and how it basically works, so that you can get a little bit of insight. Why I'm saying this is because I think blood panels and knowing your biomarkers and what's going on inside is incredibly important. You can feel great and not realize that something's wrong on the inside until like it's too late, or then it all hits you at once. Something I want to avoid, something I would hope everybody else would like to avoid, and just be proactive, right? It's like kind of getting the oil changed in your car. You got to be proactive about it before you run out of oil when it fries the engine. Sort of like that, I guess. Anyways, for those, all this information will be in the description as well, but I have a 25% off code for them that you can use, 25% off the whole store. That code is AustinPro25. That's AustinPro25, no spaces. That will give you 25% off. And the recording of this video is on the 18th of August right now, okay? That's today. And it should be posted today as well. But in 4 days, on the 22nd of August, Inside Tracker will be doing a nice little massage gun promotion as well, where you buy an ultimate test, you get a free InnerAge test. I explained this in some of the previous episodes. Again, you can watch it on my YouTube as well. You get a free InnerAge, and you get a free, I think it's a Hypervolt Go 2 massage gun. I think that's one of the more compact ones, which I think is a better bet. We travel a lot, so I will be capitalizing on this because Christina, my wife, was just talking about how we should get one of those. So this is kind of like a twofer. Get another blood panel that I'm going to be using in December, and then with the InnerAge, and then get this awesome massage gun for free. So that's cool. That starts the 22nd. That one has a different code, but you have to buy the ultimate at full price, which is, I believe, full price is $589. And then you get the InnerAge, which is $99, and you get the massage gun, which is $200 something of the sort. So in total, it's like $888, $89, something around there, that you get for $589. Now, I will say that I get the ultimate test every single time because it gives me the most information, and I want to know as much as I can to be able to optimize my body as much as I can. So that starts the 22nd, and that code is Austin Pro Special. That's AustinProSpecial. Wow. Anyways, no spaces. And that will activate that on the 22nd. That lasts until the 31st, so you have some time. I'll have my videos posted on my personal before that, so that you are able to, hopefully before the 22nd, so that you are able to go ahead and check those out. Excuse me. And possibly make a decision, especially if you are interested in a free massage gun, which I most certainly am. I'll probably make a review video on that too. Just a massage gun. Anyways, let's get to the episode. If you listened to the last one, I was a little tired. I'm not as tired anymore now that most of the moving is done. I went over some of the importances of carbohydrates and how they're not your enemy, and a little bit about what they do in the body. One thing I didn't do was go over kind of the recommended amount of carbohydrates to get per day through food, right, or drinks, but mainly food. And based on a 2,000 calorie diet, it is said, I'm going to read this so I don't mess it up. I'm just throwing it out there. I read a lot of numbers on a daily basis. 45 to 65%, which is, I'm bad at math as well, so on a 2,000 calorie diet, that would be 900 to 1,300 calories, not grams, calories from carbohydrates. And carbohydrates are 4 calories per gram. I knew that one. 4 calories per gram, so that translates to 225 to 325 grams of carbs per day. Now that is the dietary guidelines for Americans. The dietary guidelines for Americans, that's what they state. I didn't say that in the last one, but that's what you should be aiming for. Again, carbohydrates is the main first source of energy. Your body will burn it for fuel, for immediate energy. It'll store it for fuel. Another thing that carbs do is it stores the energy for fuel for later, right? So you can, that's what, if you've ever heard of the term carb loading, which you really shouldn't do unless your training specifically needs or your regiment calls for that. So don't just do that just because you want to do that. Just lost my train of thought for some reason talking about training and races, but I wanted to say that I also, there have been some reviews, and I'm gonna have to find these. If I don't post them, please, somebody message me here on the video asking for them. But there are some studies that say you don't really even need that much. Now this is all, everything that I say in regards to this is anecdotal. So this is why you would want to test for yourself, right? See what works for you. Everything is individual, not anecdotal. Everything's individual. I don't know why I said anecdotal, but everything's individual. So like the amount of carbs that I could function on and feel good if I started reducing them might be different from my wife, right? Might be different from my friends, my family. They might need less, they might need more. I might be able to hit ketosis, which is basically what the keto diet does in paleo. I might be able to hit ketosis on a higher amount of carbs per day than somebody else, or a lower amount is what, you know what I mean? So it's all individual. It'd be trial and error a little bit. If you don't know, you just kind of have to test the waters. Ketosis, now I'm talking about that, ketosis is generalized as, this is, there's a lot of information on going keto and hitting ketosis, but the general rule of thumb is 50 grams of carbohydrates per day. If you haven't tried doing that, it's pretty difficult to meal plan for that. Trust me, I have tried. Not specifically for myself, because low carb doesn't necessarily make me feel the greatest, so I do reduce my carbohydrates, just not that low. So yeah, if you're looking to get into ketosis, the rule of thumb is about 50. Now again, some people can hit ketosis on 60 or 70, even maybe 100 grams, right? Depends on your activity level, maybe your genetics, just how your body functions. And some people might have to go all the way down to 20 grams to hit ketosis. So it all just varies, kind of like a trial and error. Carbs are not your enemy, though. I have to say that again. Carbs, they help with immediate energy, stored energy. They help on a cellular level as well. So you hear about carbohydrates, fats, proteins, and you hear them all in regards to foods and needing to eat them because your body needs them to survive. You can't cut carbs out completely because your body needs them on a cellular level as well. That's why you need at least some of them. But I did go over in the last episode. Helps to helps with your immune function. A little bit of I don't know what that noise was. Helps with a little bit of disease fighting. Making sure the kid's not waking up here, but okay, I think we're good. Sorry if you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening, if you're here. But yeah, I mean, you can go back and listen to that first episode. There are quite a bit of benefits to eating carbs, and they are not the reason. So none of these specifically are the reason people gain weight. I want to throw that out there. They're not your enemy. If you're looking to lose weight and you're unable to do it, or you don't see results, fairly quickly, and sometimes it takes a while. It takes a while for people. It's all individual again. Don't jump quickly to blaming carbohydrates or fats or maybe you're just not eating the right carbohydrates. So you can go back and listen to that episode, but there's complex carbs, there's simple carbs. You want to eat the ones that are, you know what, I just remembered I didn't post that glycemic index. You can still look it up. It's probably everywhere, but I didn't post a link to that. It would be easy. I'm going to do that. I bet you I forget. Somebody please message me if I did. But maybe you're not eating the right carbs, right? Maybe you don't have the right mix of carbohydrates. So I just wanted to go over that. I'm not going to drag this episode out too much. I wanted to definitely go over, the intake and what it takes to hit keto. I wanted to reiterate the fact that everybody's individual. So what works for me might not work for you, and what works for you might not work for me. Might not work for my wife, my buddies, my brothers, my sisters, my mother, my father, yours, your friends, your cat. Your cat might definitely need a lot more carbs than you do because your cat probably runs around all day. Rephrase, all night. So, and then I wanted to, and then we didn't get any questions. So if anybody has any questions, I didn't, the 5th week I did early, and I kind of threw off my scheduling here, but it is what it is. In October, I believe it is, there's another 5th week, or September, one of the two. So if anybody has any questions on anything they've heard on any previous episode, I will go over them in the next 5th week episode. I'd love to do so. Again, thanks for listening. Those who may have just started tuning in, thank you for those who are returning. All of our links are over here on the left if you're watching on YouTube. The links are in the description. If you're listening on the podcast platform, all of the information on the blood panels, the codes, the link, all that information will be in the description. You can check that out. You can also go to my YouTube. The links will be in the descriptions to see, the panel themselves, my results, and how I use them and the recommendations they give me. And I hope to see everybody in next week's episode. Thank you.